Dolphins, particularly bottlenose dolphins, Tursiops truncatus, use unique whistles known as signature whistles to identify themselves and communicate with others in their social groups. These whistles function much like names in human societies, serving as individual identifiers within their complex social structures. Below is a detailed explanation of how dolphins develop, use, and recognize these signature whistles, based on extensive research into dolphin communication. What are signature whistles? Signature whistles are distinct, individually specific vocalizations produced by dolphins, primarily bottlenose dolphins. These whistles are characterized by a unique frequency pattern that remains stable over time, much like a fingerprint or a personal name. Each dolphin develops its own signature whistle, which is used to broadcast its identity to others in its social group or pod. Structure. Signature whistles are typically frequency-modulated sounds, meaning their pitch rises and falls in a specific pattern. These patterns are unique to each dolphin, allowing others to distinguish one individual from another. Purpose. The primary function of signature whistles is to facilitate individual recognition, maintain social bonds, and coordinate group activities in the often murky or vast underwater environments where visual cues may be limited. Stability. Once developed, a dolphin's signature whistle remains relatively consistent throughout its life, although slight modifications may occur in response to social or environmental changes. 2. Development of signature whistles. Dolphins develop their signature whistles early in life, typically within the first few months after birth. The process is influenced by both genetic and environmental factors, particularly the social interactions a calf has with its mother and other dolphins. Learning process. Calves learn to produce their signature whistles through a combination of imitation and innovation. Research suggests that young dolphins may model their whistles on those of their mothers or other close associates, but modify them to create a unique pattern. This is akin to a child learning language, but developing their own voice or style. Critical period. The development of signature whistles occurs during a critical period in early life, typically within the first year. Studies, such as those by researchers like Leila Sayi and Vincent Janik, indicate that calves raised in isolation or with limited social interaction may develop less distinct or atypical whistles. Cultural transmission. The social environment plays a significant role. Dolphins in the same pod may share certain whistle characteristics, reflecting a form of cultural transmission, but each individual's whistle remains unique. 3. How dolphins use signature whistles. Signature whistles serve as a key component of dolphin communication, particularly in social contexts. They are used in various situations to convey identity and maintain group cohesion. Individual identification. Dolphins use signature whistles to announce their presence or locate specific individuals in a group. For example, a dolphin may emit its signature whistle to signal, "I'm here," allowing others to recognize it even in low visibility conditions. Mother-calf bonding. Signature whistles are critical for mother-calf pairs, especially during separations. Calves and mothers use their whistles to locate each other when they become separated, such as during foraging or in turbulent waters. Social interactions. Dolphins use signature whistles during group activities, such as hunting or traveling, to coordinate movements and maintain contact. These whistles help dolphins stay connected in large or spread-out pods. Reunions and greetings. When dolphins reunite after a period of separation, they often exchange signature whistles, similar to how humans might call out names when meeting friends. This reinforces social bonds and confirms identities. 4. Recognition and imitation. Dolphins not only produce their own signature whistles, but also recognize and sometimes mimic the whistles of others, demonstrating advanced cognitive abilities. Recognition. Dolphins can recognize the signature whistles of other individuals in their pod, even after long periods of separation. Studies, such as those conducted in Sarasota Bay, Florida, have shown that dolphins respond specifically to the whistles of familiar individuals, ignoring unfamiliar ones. Mimicry. Dolphins are capable of mimicking the signature whistles of others, a behavior that is rare in the animal kingdom. This mimicry is often used in social contexts, such as addressing another dolphin directly or strengthening social bonds. For example, a dolphin might mimic the whistle of a close companion to initiate interaction or show affiliation, cognitive implications. The ability to recognize and mimic signature whistles suggests that dolphins have a sophisticated understanding of individual identity and social relationships, comparable to name-based communication in humans. Under 5. Scientific evidence and research. The concept of signature whistles was first proposed by researchers Melba and David Caldwell in the 1960s, but it gained significant traction through subsequent studies. Sarasota Bay studies. Long-term research in Sarasota Bay, led by scientists like Randall Wells, has provided extensive data on signature whistles. By recording and analyzing dolphin vocalizations, researchers confirmed that each dolphin has a unique whistle, and that these whistles are used consistently in social interactions. Playback experiments. Experiments such as those by Vincent Janik have demonstrated that dolphins respond specifically to their own signature whistles when played back through underwater speakers. This confirms that dolphins associate these whistles with their own identity and those of others. Cross-population consistency. Signature whistles have been observed in bottlenose dolphin populations worldwide, from the waters of Florida to Australia, suggesting that this is a universal trait among the species. Comparison to human names. The analogy of signature whistles to human names is compelling but not exact. While human names are arbitrary labels assigned by others, dolphin signature whistles are self-developed and tied to the individual's vocal identity. However, both serve similar functions in social contexts. Identity, like names, signature whistles allow individuals to be addressed or recognized within a group, social bonding. Both humans and dolphins use names whistles to maintain relationships and coordinate interactions. Communication efficiency. In complex social groups, having a unique identifier streamlines communication, especially in environments where other cues, like visual recognition, may be unreliable. 7. Broader implications. The use of signature whistles highlights the advanced cognitive and social abilities of dolphins, placing them among a small group of animals, including humans and some parrots, capable of using learned, individually specific vocalizations. This ability suggests complex social structures. Dolphins live in fission-fusion societies, where group composition changes frequently. Signature whistles help maintain social cohesion despite these dynamic groupings. Cognitive sophistication. The ability to develop, recognize, and mimic signature whistles indicates a high level of cognitive processing, including memory, vocal learning, and social awareness. Conservation relevance. Understanding dolphin communication can aid conservation efforts by helping researchers track individuals, monitor social groups, and assess population health through acoustic studies. 8. Challenges and limitations in research. While much is known about signature whistles, there are still gaps in our understanding. Other dolphin species. Most research focuses on bottlenose dolphins, and less is known about whether other species, such as orcas or spinner dolphins, use similar identification systems. Environmental influences. Noise pollution from human activities, e.g., boat traffic, sonar, can interfere with dolphin communication, potentially disrupting the use of signature whistles. Developmental factors. The exact mechanisms by which dolphins develop their unique whistles are not fully understood, particularly the interplay between genetics and social learning. Conclusion. Dolphins' use of signature whistles as individual names is a remarkable example of complex communication in the animal kingdom. These unique vocalizations allow dolphins to identify themselves and others, maintain social bonds, and navigate their dynamic social and environmental worlds. By developing and recognizing these whistles, dolphins demonstrate cognitive and social sophistication that parallels human communication in fascinating ways. Ongoing research continues to deepen our understanding of this behavior, shedding light on the intelligence and social complexity of these marine mammals.